high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
All right, folks, good evening. My name's Steve Roberts alongside
Paul Newberg here with you, Coach.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
There we
I'm
are.
Here.
Leo Lions Field welcomes the Indiana High School Athletic Association football matchup of the Leo Lions taking on the visiting New Haven Bulldogs. As you can see on the screen, we just got done with the kickoff. A little bit of a late start, not much of a pregame show, but we will have some kickoff action as Leo, I'm not sure if they won the toss. Nonetheless, they are going to be receiving.
I'm guessing New Haven won and deferred.
Probably likely
Alex
scenario.
Wortman back deep.
Jordan taken by
Peyton Wall.
Peyton Wall. He's got a nice return out there to the 40.
He's brought down by number 73, Antoine Washington. Leo takes over first down on their own 40-yard line. A.J. Restivo comes out to run the offense. Oh, there we go. I got a little short, sounds like, in my headset or something. Anyway, we're here.
Starting lineup for the Leo Lions, A.J. Restivo, number 15 at quarterback. Alex Wortman getting the go-ahead. And here's Wortman. Had a huge game last week against Norwell, at Norwell. 149 yards in the first half.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not realize that.
Yeah.
He really played 2 weeks ago when we called the game. He really played well in the second half. They kind of gave him more of a workman's load, if you will. Just kind of running him with some more power and so forth.
Yeah, the wide receiving core is going to be Jason Goss, number 12 Trenton Bonner, number 1 Colton Grahovac. Or Grahovic. I think it's Vac, but still have yet to confirm. Here's an option to the left. Restivo cuts it up. He's got a breakaway, and he's got some speed all the way down inside the 30. Huge run that time for A.J. Restivo on the keeper.
Down to the 27-yard line as I show you the Leo bench.
And they're happy about it.
They're happy about it.
They are.
The 27-yard line, a great little option there, and A.J. made a great read when the defensive end stepped to the running back. He just cut it up inside and found a hole and kept running.
So let's get a little scoreboard put up here. There we have it. Here's Wortman, cuts out the right side. It looks like he was face masked, and they are going to call something. He's roughed up by a pound of Bulldogs. A kennel? I'm not sure what the former, I mean, you might say pack, but that's Wolves.
Yeah.
Anyways.
The dog pound. They called the face mask, and somebody's down. I think that's,
we got a man
like
down.
Miasga.
That is Kyle Miasga. He's playing right guard for Leo.
Kyle's
6'5".
Yeah, he's
245.
He's really sprouted in terms of his height the last 2 years. Gotten a lot taller. Big kid walking the hallways.
Yeah, hard to...
He's grabbing his left knee.
I was going to say, hard to tell what happened. You have to think he kind of got twisted and rolled up on.
That'll be a big loss at the... I'm not sure if he starts at the guard spot or the tackle spot.
Has him listed at the right guard.
Right guard. Starting lineup at the right guard.
Not to be confused with the antiperspirant spray. So Leo comes in 2-1 after suffering a home loss here at the opener 2 weeks ago against Angola. We had the home opener. Yeah, that's what I said. We had the call here on the VoiceSportsNetwork.com. And thanks again for joining us, folks. Allen County Voice and VoiceSportsNetwork.com. Steve Roberts alongside Paul Newberg. First quarter action inside of 11 minutes, 10 minutes, 43 seconds left.
The penalty moves the Lions inside the 15. We'll say it's at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. So the Lions moving the ball down the field already.
Yeah, so after a nice return by Peyton Wall to get the good position, field position at the 40-yard line for the Lions, a couple of plays later and a penalty, they find themselves down on the 13-yard line.
Red zone.
Here's Restivo on the option. He's going to give it outside to Wertman. Wertman lowers the shoulder and cuts it up. Another penalty flag on the play. We'll see what this one is on. I think that far out might be a holding, not sure.
And there it is. It's a holding call. That'll back him up.
So they give away 5. Well,
10.
A net. They give away 10 of the 15 yards. Still positive on that, but
well, that's going to make it 1st and 20 at the 24.
2nd and 21. Oh, 1st and 21. You're right. Well inside the range of Ben Von Gutten. This is about where you the furthest you want to have him out here comfortably. Restivo drops back. He's got a man underneath and bobbled, and that was dropped that time. Jason Gauze, the ball was on the money, Paul, and he wasn't able to bring it in.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. I was being a bad cameraman. I was watching the play instead of watching the camera. But
there we have it.
The scary thing was that A.J. Restivo just barely threw that over the outstretched arms of the linebacker.
Right.
But he hit him in the hands, and that's a catch that, you, as a coach, you want your kid to make.
Bonner in motion. It's a jet sweep to the left. Bonner looks to cut it up. He does. Able to get to the outside. Pushed. Stays on his feet inside the 10-yard line. Nice job that time by Trenton Bonner. And Leo finds themselves almost absolved of that penalty in full. It's going to be 3rd and we're going to call it 5. It looks to be 5-ish.
It's hard to tell from this angle, but we're going to give the Lion the benefit of the doubt and say 5.
Right.
The mathematician in me wants to say 5.27.
0.27 yards is how many feet?
0.27 yards would be approximately 9
11 and a half inches? 11 inches? I don't know. You do the math. Or is that your final answer? Is it 9?
It'd be about.
Restivo flushed out, looking for a man to pass to, cuts it up, and he is drilled that time. That was on the tackle, Anthony Lapira.
He picked up a couple of yards and brings up 4th and 3. And it looks like Coach Sauter's going to kick the field goal.
Yeah. No-brainer from here. Conditions are just fine. Nice 61-degree day. He is going to be kicking into the wind. The wind coming out of the...
He was warming up from this direction before the game, and he was kicking 45-yarders with ease in this direction.
Yeah. Got a little southwesterly wind, or northwesterly wind, I believe. Ben Von Gutten. And that one is knocked through and good. So Leo,
I think he almost kicked that
exactly takes advantage of the initial great field position and a penalty to get him down there with the lead now at 3-0. We'll hear a little word from our sponsor. Be right back after this.
Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you? Or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
All right, thank you, Fort Wayne YMCA. New Haven comes in 3-0, ranked number 6 in the state. Leo 2-1 falls down to 19 in the state of Indiana, Class 4A. And we have BVG, Ben Von Gutten, going to boot one deep and back deep for Angola for New Haven. Looks like Zell Banks, number 2, heading his direction, and he's not going to have a chance at that one as it's about 7 yards deep in the end zone.
You know, we've had a lot of purple in this stadium in 2 football games.
This is true. Couple of purple and yellows. I mean, the Hornets of Angola are purple and yellow by default, and Similar colors here with the visiting Bulldogs. Starting lineup for the offense. Darius. Is it Darius or Darius? I think it's Darius Jackson. Yep. Oh, that's a bobbled snap. And the ball still up and is recovered by Leo. It's a touchdown. Number 72, Christian Hepner, able to come up with the loose change. And Leo is on the board. This is a huge play, Paul.
I'll tell you what. The defense has come through. 2 weeks ago, Jaden Elwood gets a screen pass picked off for a touchdown, and I think he recovered a fumble last week for a touchdown.
Elwood did, I believe.
Elwood, so he had 2 in a row. Yeah. Now Christian Hepner, the defense has scored 3 weeks in a row.
Absolutely.
That's great.
So, I believe it was Caleb Salinas, number 60, the center. The snap was just over the outstretched arms of Brian Sexton. He got a little fingertip on it, but that wasn't enough. As Ben Von Gunten puts it through, and Leo, a surprise on the defense.
14 points in 8 seconds is always good in a football game if you're rooting for that team.
14?
Oh, excuse me. 10.
10.
10. Oh, 14's good, too.
That's true, yeah.
But it was only 10 in this case.
Indeed. We want to thank all the sponsors. University of St. Francis for bringing you the scoreboard you see there at the bottom. New Holland Tri-County. Grable Insurance, of course, YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne, and Marco's Pizza, as well as Indiana Physical Therapy. Appreciate all the sponsors. Folks, if you have a chance to stop by any of those sponsors, let them know that you heard about them on the Voice Sports Network, listening to Crazy Steve and Paul.
Crazy Paul and Steve.
Crazy
sounds
Paul,
better.
silly,
Crazy Steve.
Silly Steve. Crazy Paul. I don't know.
I fit more of the boring aspect.
Can't say I disagree.
Thanks, Coach. We're here for your entertainment, folks, whether it's self-deprecating humor or not.
And hopefully it's the type of entertainment that you can focus on the camera side. I'm just full of them. BVG pops one deep. This might be returnable. Hey,
and by a yard.
Yeah, that was James Gardner in the back.
Here's the stat.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how accurate this is, but has an opponent. I have a question for you. Maybe I should say it's a question.
Fair enough.
How many returns has the opponents had off a kickoff this season?
This season?
I wonder. So far at home, not one. BVG's kicked it in the end zone every time. But I wonder about the last 2 weeks. Because they've had lots of kickoffs.
So I can't speak about South Bend Riley as the James Gardner off the left side. He's rustled out of bounds. We may have to get with the stat guy, Brian Kaler, for that one. I do know that last week they were able to return a couple because there was a pretty decent wind going one way.
Yes.
And he kicked a couple sidewinders, but they were actually able to return the opening and maybe one or two others, the kickoffs, that is, against Norwell, at Norwell. They had a freshman, last name Riley. As Mr. Owens comes out the outside, stiff-arming.
Ran over one of the Lions defenders, just had momentum and just got him.
Yeah, that was number 6, Stephen Owens, 5'10", 185. And he just put the old stiff arm right on Owen Lance, sophomore. It was a nice stiff arm and sent him to the ground. So New Haven in business. Couple of long runs. Here's Stephen Owens again, and he's wrapped up behind. Nice job that time, led by Jaden Elwood, number 42 for the Lions.
I think number 44, GT Baker also in there on that tackle. GT getting some time at middle linebacker. He's only a sophomore. Got a catch.
And that was Sexton that time. Found
number 5
receiver on the outside.
Or number 6. I think it's number 5.
That's number 5, Davion Harris. I did not have him.
Got
in the starting
4 yards, so it's 3rd and 6. Right at about the 49-yard line. They got to get to the 45 of the Lions for a first down.
Trips on the right side, looking that way the whole time. Pass is caught. Just has enough for the first down. Apparently stayed in bounds and shoved out there at the 40-yard line for a first down grab. And that was James Gardner. So Gardner doing some work on the receiving side as well as the jet sweep to the left we saw earlier, part of the drive.
I affectionately have nicknamed him Rockford already.
Rockford. As in Rockford Files?
Yes. Sorry, it's an old-timer reference, but
some of our demographic may get that, some may not. Trips left. Here's Sexton. It's a handoff this time to Owens again. Nice job penetration that time.
Heber and Castellon in there on the stop there. Got a gain of 2, so a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Gavin Heber takes up a lot of space.
They
got him listed at 6 foot and 320.
It's a good size for a defensive tackle, but not exactly the size you'd think of as a golfer, because he does play golf for me too.
He plays golf for you?
He plays golf for me. His first year was his first year. Last spring, I should say, when he was a sophomore.
Interesting.
It was his first year for me.
Okay.
So, hoping to have him back next year.
I like it. How's he hit him?
Some good, some bad. Kind of.
That's the story for all of us, isn't it? Some good, some bad.
It's got its potential. There's potential there.
Good.
So hopefully he got out this summer and worked on his game and comes back next spring ready to go.
Sexton drop backs, looking for a lot of it, and it's
intercepted.
It is intercepted. A nice job that time.
Gauze.
Great job jumping the route by Gauze. Now, I tell you what, the pass was intended there for number 4, Kentrell Thomas, and Brian Sexton didn't do himself any favors that time, looked him down the whole way, and Gauze was on it and was able to pick it off. So a great job so far from the Leo Lions all around. Their second defensive turnover in as many possessions, and Leo has the ball now in pretty solid field position at their own 31, and Restivo is going to come in and see what he can't get going. Wortman in the backfield. We got Bonner Gohovec, and Alex is taken down that time.
Back at the line of scrimmage, that was it. Kyle Miazga is back in the game, by the way, Coach.
That's a great sign.
That's a good sign. He must have just kind of...
A little tweak,
just kind of... I used to call them shock sprains, where it hurt more right when it happened, and then he walked
right.
it off for a little bit. Just more the shock of the twisting, and then after a while it was okay.
I didn't have 18. Okay, Reese Decker. Sorry, he's...
Oh, bad pitch, and Alliance turn it over.
So just when they have it going right, a little turnaround and it went wrong, but still a 10-point lead. And that was Banks.
A quick
number
break
13
for the Lions.
on the number 13 Banks on the fumble recovery, as the pitch from Restivo was mishandled by Wortman and unable to recover. So. Here's Owens again.
A flag on the play, right in the middle.
You guys can go in front. He is.
Holding on the Bulldogs. Oop, I missed him. There he is.
Takes him back to the 39.
Bulldogs are realistically just kind of shooting themselves in the foot so far this game.
Yeah.
If they get this stuff squared away, they might get some kind of a drive going.
Looks him down the whole time again, going deep. And he was intent, again, going for Kentrell Thomas. Single coverage on the outside against Jason Gauze. Last time he threw that one, Jason jumped the route and had himself an interception.
Makes you wonder if
it didn't phase him. Apparently, he went right back to the same well. You know what I mean?
Well, it almost makes you look like he said, "Hey, the Leo DB jumped the route, so maybe we'll do a little stop and go or something." I didn't see the action of the wide receiver, but just trying to burn him deep because maybe Gauze would jump the route again.
Well, and the thing right there is, if it was a stop and go, and I wasn't focused on the receiver either. If it was a stop and go, there was no pump fake, which doesn't really help your cause for the stop or the go.
Yeah,
I mean,
probably more of just they tried to beat him deep and slew it.
So pass incomplete that time by Sexton. Brings up third and a long 20. And we will have Caleb Salinas, the center, snapping it deep to Sexton. He drops back, looks for something short. It's a screen. That one's incomplete. 4th down and 20. It was a fairly decent setup. They looked like they were going motion that time again with James Gardner to the left. And he could have taken the snap in a quick, what's that one play we run?
Jet sweep.
Jet sweep. Oh, my gosh. Totally lost it. Yeah, he could have taken it right out and then jet sweeped it, but that wasn't the case. So, nonetheless.
The action there set it up really good. They sent 2 guys wide like on a swing pass, and then they brought one guy back in across the middle for the screen behind the O-line. Just didn't hook up on the pass.
Yeah, it looks like number 11, Tim Jordan's going to boot one deep. And Leo's going to let that bounce, and it does carry into the end zone as Trenton Bonner was back deep for the Lions. So after a couple of back and forths on the turnover side of things,
have our first punt of the game.
And our first punt of the game. Leo's going to have the ball at the 20-yard line. And we'd definitely like to thank the University of St. Francis, known for quality academic options, dedicated professors. You'll find and discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. See for yourself what USF has to offer. Visit online at sf.edu. That's sf.edu. Restivo. It's a little counter to the left side. Here's Wortman. Got himself some room. Cuts it back. Wortman still on his feet. Carrying guys with him. He still is not going down. Great run that time by Alex Wortman.
38 yards on 30. Wait a minute, yeah, 38 yards
20.
on the carry.
See, 10, 20, 30.
38 yards on that carry. Awesome. Down all the way to the 42.
Huge run that time.
Just rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, knocking people over, dragging people behind.
And the legs didn't stop. That's, we talk about that a lot. The legs just don't stop turning. They don't stop
running.
And
all on 180 pounds.
Yeah, he's got that low center of gravity. 5'6", $180. Here's Bonner. He's going to get to the outside. He is gone. Trenton Bonner to the house, 42 yards.
And there we go.
You can see.
And it just so happens that in the camera work, blocking the camera was Mom, right in line of the corner of the end zone.
It's all right, Mom. We love you. And yes, that's correct. I talked to Carrie, Trenton's mother, before the game and said, hey, will you tell your kid if he's running to the left, put the ball in the left hand. If he's running to the right, put the ball in the right hand. I said, you tell him. He doesn't listen to me. I'm just his mom. But
BVG is BV good.
I'm guessing that was a jet sweep left. I didn't see the start of the play, but
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so she was sure to mention to me just then that, hey, he carried the ball in his proper hand, and absolutely he did. So Leo up huge, 17-0 in the first quarter.
Hey, now the thing we got to say, 2 weeks ago, Angola, we were up
let's not talk about that.
It's the lead, so we got to keep
all there is to
keep the pedal down.
Is Leo is off to a great start. The defenses look solid. New Haven has a ton of athletes, and we knew when we come into it, you don't get a number 6 ranking and have 3-0, three wins and 0 losses by being a slouch. So we know there's no question how good this team is, but Leo's off to that much of a better start. Yes. Obviously, the solid drive to start with a chip shot field goal. The very next play, first play from scrimmage, a turnover led to a fumble recovery and a touchdown, and then now after holding. And a nice penalty, holding them off on 4th and 20, of course, getting up to 4th and 20 and a punt. And BVG sends that one to the tennis courts. And
side out.
Yeah, side out New Haven. They'll take over from the 20-yard line.
Hey, big score in the SAC. Homestead 7, Dwinger 0. I'll try to keep you updated on other relevant scores there. That we come across. Let's see here.
But no, Leo did a great job then, holding him, and the huge runs by Alex Wertman. That was really what set that drive up, obviously. And then, from the 20-yard line, a 38-yard run, another scamper. And speaking of scamper, we got a little action going here. Here's number 2. That's Zell Banks. He takes one to the outside. A huge gain of about 20 yards.
20 yards, yeah.
On the play. A nice job that time getting some space.
And the 8 matchup, East Noble 14, DeKalb 0. Norwell and Belmont are tied after 1 at 0. That sounds exciting.
Yeah, so last week Leo had Norwell at Norwell was 42-0 victor, and last week New Haven took down DeKalb 41-0. So both teams coming off a couple of huge shutout wins, and now Leo finds themselves on the proper side of a shutout here. So after a 5-yard false start, it'll be 1st and 15 on the 31.
New Haven keeps proverbial shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, penalties has been a pretty big problem so far, taking them out of a couple of drives just here in the first, quarter. 3:39 left on the clock. Here's a handoff. This is Owens. And not a lot going there, met by Ty Castellon.
Matt
got a couple back.
Max Minnick in there, too, on that stop.
Maybe got to the line of
defensive end. All right, it's going to bring up 2nd, and we're going to call it 14 because of the 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, solid 14 there. 3:04 on the clock, counting it down. Here's Sexton out of the shotgun. Quick pass, skips it over. That might be a live ball.
Oh, and he picked it up, and he's going to get lots of yardage.
I don't know if that was a backward pass or not.
Well, evidently it was.
Referee was the head referee standing right there. That was a nice job of Zell Banks picking it up. And I'm sorry, that was that 5?
That was number 2.
That was 2. Okay, so yeah, Zell Banks.
It was just a terrible bad pass, and it hit the ground before it got to the receiver. But he didn't hear a whistle, so he picked it up because it might have been a fumble.
Yeah, and it actually was. Here's Owens again. He's got a head of steam running. Something I noticed about these guys, the New Haven runners, they hit the holes hard.
They're going.
They go from 0 to fast inside of 5 yards.
Yeah.
So it's like as they coming out of the backfield as a running back, as they get the ball, they already got a good head of steam, and then it's just trucking from there.
Stephen Owens, you don't want to let him get free in the open.
Right, and just like on a couple of other plays we've seen, the play that you just saw right there, Leo's defensive line did a great job of getting penetration. And that was Yoder on the tackle. For the Lions.
2nd and 9. Tipped ball. Almost caught. Intended receiver was number 1, Darius Jackson. Does a great job of getting a tip on that. Can't tell for sure if it was Jaden I think it was the defensive end out there.
Max Minnick?
Might have been Jaden Elwood. That's who Dr. Yale is saying it is. It could have been, looks like number 34, Berkeley Yoder out there at the other
defense. Did you say Dr. Yale?
Dr. Yale.
Dr. Yale.
Dr. Announcer. Announcer extraordinaire.
Indeed. Looking down the receiver. Floats one to the outside. It's caught that time by Gardner again.
Good coverage there by Ty Castellon, but
yeah,
it's
a pretty
only
short
a gain of 4.
I'd say a pretty short gain. 4th and a long 9. We'll see if they bring in Tim Jordan to punt it again or they leave him out there. Minute 40 left to go.
4th and 6. They're on the 35.
I mean, you could pin him deep or you can go for it. So a fairly risky call here early in the early going by Jim Rowland, coach of the New Haven Bulldogs. We'll see if it pays off. Here's Sexton, looks down the receiver to the outside. Gauze slipped on the turf, and the nice reception by Zell Banks on the outside was able to make the move as the defender fell just across the first down marker, first down line of game.
I think that might have been Owen Lance out there on the coverage.
Could be. Yeah, it was Lance, I believe. Yeah, lost his footing, unfortunately. So first down, and the gamble pays off. A 4th down conversion for the Bulldogs. And there's a pass on the outside, complete to Darius Jackson.
They're just running some quick outs to the twin receivers. And Sexton's throwing the ball out there pretty good to him.
Sexton from the shotgun. Hands it off. Met in the backfield. A nice job that time. I believe that was Elwood who got through first.
Thing about Elwood is
there he is. That's Jaden Elwood, and
he's a big kid. Yeah. He's a big kid at about 6 foot, 220. But man, is he quick, and man, does he go hard.
Yeah, 6 foot 220 is normal linebacker size, but they got him up underneath center playing. So a jump, and we'll see who jumped. Speaking of Elwood, I saw Elwood jump off. That was going to be called on the offside there on the defense.
My question is, will that get him enough for the first down?
Should be just short. And it is, so that might change the play call here.
3rd and
inches.
0.27 inches.
Indeed.
0.27 yards, sorry.
Handoff up the gut, Met in the backfield.
He's
going to be short. He lost a yard. Nice job that time. So you got to believe that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. And we'll be back after a brief moment, folks. VoiceSportsNetwork.com and AllenCountyVoice.com. Steve Roberts alongside Paul Newberg. And the end of the first quarter, Leo finds themselves ahead 17-0. We'll be back after this.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park, directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House, and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
And we're back here. A couple score updates. Angola jumping up early on West Noble, 21-0. That Angola team is pretty good.
That's a good team.
That's a good team.
That is a good team.
I say that. Did they win last week? I don't know. We'll have to look. I'm not.
I will get you some answers.
Snyder's up 14-6 on Southside. Concord leads Wawasee 10-6. East Noble 14, DeKalb 0 at the end of the first quarter. But the DeKalb Barons are driving. 4th and 1.
Yeah, Angola
inside
defeated.
The red zone.
Sorry.
I don't think he got it.
And that's a defensive stand.
I don't think he got it.
He lost 2 yards on the play. A great job of defense that time by the Lions.
Yeah, and you know the biggest thing I'll say about that is You just commented how New Haven running backs were hitting that hole about number 6. Owens was hitting that hole hard and going downhill.
True.
The last 2 plays, both of them, he got bottled up a little bit and just didn't keep going, and he kind of tried to sidestep, and the Lion defense was there to mop him up.
Yeah, and you gotta tip the cap to Gavin Heber, as well as Jaden Elwood and the inner core of that defensive line, getting that penetration, able to make the stop. So Leo takes over on downs.
Yeah, and the play before, I believe it was Max Minnick and Ty Castellan, defensive end and linebacker, that came in and stopped him a little bit more on the outside last time. So,
hey, we got a timeout on the field. Going to update the scoreboard, brought to you by the University of St. Francis to the second quarter.
What?
Yes, Angola now ranked number 11 in the state. I can assure you this is the highest ranking they've had in the state in the last handful of years. They did defeat Jimtown, the Jimmies. The Jimmies went down 31-14. So now they have a game tonight at West Noble, who is also 2-1.
Back in your playing days and back in my coaching days, it was always Jimtown. State
titles. It's like they hand them out like candy to Jimtown.
They were good.
Absolutely.
I think they've thrown on some rough years the last little bit. But all right, the Lions first and 10 at the 21.
Here's the counter to the right or left side. Excuse me. Tell you what, that counter was the one that he took for 38 yards on the drive before, where they just do the quick little jab step to the right, go back to the left. The 45 counter, 46 counter. If you remember your play calls.
That's our old play calls. That's right.
That's a staple of the Leo running game. I ran it 22 years ago. It's been ran 22 years before that. And probably still another 22 years.
Might not be called the same thing, but I don't know the vocabulary that Coach Souter uses, particularly jet sweep.
Here's a jet sweep to the left. Here's Bonner trying to get to the outside, and he does.
Did not get to the first down marker.
He was able to get to first.
Maybe 3 yards short.
A long 3. Going to call it 3rd and 7. Out to about the 24-yard line. 11-11 left here in the opening half. Conference action between the couple of powerhouses in the conference. In the NE8 conference.
Mm-hmm. This is the first big conference showdown from teams contending that were predicted to contend for the title for the conference. I think the 3 favorites were the 2 on the field here plus East Noble.
Up the gut goes Wertman.
He's short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and 2.
He did look like he was short.
Maybe 4th and a long 1.
So Coach Souter is going to bring on Ben Von Gunn to punt one away.
Yeah. That's a good call. I mean, you're deep in your own territory. No sense risking it.
Yeah, there's no questioning the call there. And Von Gunton's got the leg to hopefully turn the field around a little bit. We'll see if he can get one up in the air and turn it over, if he's going to go rugby style. Might try to kick away from a couple of speed demons back there. That's Kentrell Thomas and Zell Banks. We saw both of them. Zell Banks, the one that picked up the errant pass in the backfield and was able to take it a little bit. And Von Gunton boots one, taking on a bounce. Banks is going to let it go. It's going to go dead just inside, a smidge inside the 30-yard line. And New Haven's going to take over.
That's a 45-yard punt. Good punt.
All net.
All net. All gross.
No return.
So we'll see what the New Haven offense can put together this time.
They got to put something together. Darius Jackson, bottom of your screen for New Haven. Here's Gardner in motion. It's a quick handoff to him. They got a couple blockers on the outside. And he is drugged down finally.
I know the first thing that would happen if
Christian Hepner.
If he came over to Leo's sideline, Coach Bierman be talking to him about that ball security, because he was carrying that ball awfully high.
Yeah, like a loaf of bread.
That's a fumble waiting to happen with that ball out there like that. But he did a good job picking up 9 yards.
Absolutely. As they run their pitch to the outside, here's Owens. Straggling through the hole. He's got a breakaway now. One man to beat, and he's going to beat him. He is gone. A touchdown. Stephen Owens goes 61 yards for the New Haven touchdown, and now we got ourselves a little ball game. A great job that time, set up by some really solid blocking on the line, as well as second level from the receivers too. Owens was able to. It was a slow, kind of a methodical run. He didn't, like we talked earlier about him hitting the holes really hard. He didn't really hit the hole that hard that time. It was just there. Found his way weaving through traffic and was able to get to the outside.
Yep.
Then he turned it on.
Yeah, and that's that open field speed that I mentioned earlier. That I was afraid if he got in the open field.
Yeah.
He could go for big yardage, and sure enough, it did. I mean, they've been going for 2.
Yep, out to the outside and knocked away, nearly picked off, and that was number 44, G.T. Baker on the deflection. So a great job there on the defensive side by G.T. And unfortunately, take a quick break here, and we'll talk about some other things on the VoiceSportsNetwork.com.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Thank you, IndianaPhysicalTherapy.com.
I was thinking Bonner wasn't out there on the kick return, but he's the up man of the 4 in the diamond.
Yeah, Coach Souter does that every time. Depending on how the kicker kicks his first kick, he makes adjustments accordingly, and he wants to get the hands in the ball of Bonner, who we all know is a speed demon. So that's going to go deeper than Bonner. This is Lance, has the bobble, picks it up. Lance to the left side, looking for some room. And he was brought down by the field.
I think we're going to have to get his cleats checked at halftime.
Need to go to the full inch spike. That would be the best thing there.
We'll get with the trainers on the sideline. But the Lions do take over at the 19-yard line.
Yeah.
1st and 10. I call it the 18.
9:28 left to go. Opening half of action. The battle between the 6th-ranked Bulldogs and the 19th-ranked Leo Lions. Leo got out to a pretty fast start. As a fake trap over to Bonner.
Restivo on the keeper. Looked like they were running the option. 8-yard run by A.J. Restivo out to the 26.
Yeah, he's usually, in the last couple of games, he's been Leo's second leading rusher. And the reason is because he's taken that option every time. And a lot of times they're crashing down on the speedy guys on the outside, whether it's Wortman or it's Bonner. And that allows Restivo to cut it upfield. And, once he gets the frame,
the frame.
Once he gets the frame going, 6'1", 205.
There's speed. And when we talk about speed at Leo, we talk about Trenton Bonner. And after this play, I'll continue that thought.
Or we might see some. Hand off to Wortman. Brought down by a pound of yard.
Wortman has kind of a workman's speed. That's a terrible play on words. But Restivo, not sure what you would call his speed. It's not exactly deceiving.
No.
Does he have deceiving speed?
Well, I mean, it is a little deceiving.
He's not
slow.
He's not slow, but he does.
I think of X-Men, Juggernaut. Where he just gets it's a nice, smooth-looking
and he doesn't
stride.
Doesn't necessarily look pretty, but it gets going.
No, I mean, he does a great job of turning it upfield, and he doesn't go down on the first hit very often. Because he is a big kid, and he's got that kind of Eric Dickerson type of stride to him, that long stride. But
I think the official's going to give him the spot of 1.5 yards when we needed 1,
and it is a first down.
So out to the 29-yard line.
As Wortman comes off the field, might have a little helmet injury or helmet malfunction. Peyton Wall's going to come in, going to bring a little play in with him too. And Cameron Livingston comes out. Goes in, rather.
I have...
Oops. Sorry about that. Restivo drops back. Nice pass underneath, and it is caught.
Sorry.
That time was Reese Decker. A great job.
Hit the zoom the wrong way.
Did you get the play in?
No, I hit the zoom the wrong way. I saw him throwing. I tried to zoom out to get it, and I accidentally zoomed in closer to the... the grass was nice and green in the picture, but it was a completed pass for a first down.
Yeah, it was a nice deep in. Just a little hitch in there, and Reese Decker made the completion as he went to the ground.
All right. 1st and 10 for the Lions.
It's a counter to the left again. Up the gut. And Wortman, I tell you what, he's had some long runs. He's had some short ones like that, too, that he's been getting banged up.
Yeah.
These Bulldogs do know how to hit, and they know how to hit in tandem or more, which would be more than 2. Yeah. Anyway, he's going to be feeling some of these hits tomorrow, I'm guessing.
Pounded by the dogs, is that what you're saying?
I'm not sure. You and the puns tonight.
Oh, man, sorry.
That's
I blame
all right.
my father for those.
Option to the left. It's going to go outside to Wortman, and he is met and brought down hard. Banks was the first one to get to Austin Myers. First one to Antoine Washington, number 73. He has been doing a lot of damage for the New Haven Bulldogs on the interior. So 3rd down and long 9. Leo needs to pick up at least 9, which is what that means. Bonner on motion. They fake to him. And now we have a false start just before the play was off. Jason Gauze was the intended receiver out there. They faked the jet sweep to the left with Bonner. That kind of froze everybody, and it was a nicely designed play. Had a chance to go someplace, but now you got 3rd and a long 14 on the 37-yard line.
Third and 14 for the Lions.
Restivo drops back. He's getting flushed out. Stiff arm. Throws on the run. And Bonner has it go right through his hands, and he would have had enough for the first down. Man, that was a very close play. And just a little short. He had to come back for it quite a bit, Paul, and make a diving effort. It would have been a Sports Center top 10. Nonetheless, it was incomplete, and Ben Von Gutten's going to be back to punt one deep. Zell Banks and Davion Harris back deep for the Bulldogs. And Banks picks it up. He's looking to make some move to the outside. He's got some room, and he has ran out of bounds short of midfield. Almost a 20-yard run after
their best offense has been with the ball on the ground.
Yeah, after it checked up.
Just a reminder that we will be introducing our Cub football team.
So 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line for New Haven. We got 5 minutes to go here in the first half.
And a false start.
False start for the Bulldogs again. I think that was the
so you hear a little chirping here from the Leo faithful talking about a false start every play, and I can't say I 100% disagree, because right before it's like a lot of the skill position players are anticipating the snap count, whether it be a running back or a receiver, and there's maybe a little hesitation or a little instant move right before it snapped. They were all still that time as Owens looks to have something develop slow again and gets another 3 yards in the play.
It almost makes you wonder if either they're doing that or is the center just being a little slow with the snap at times.
Very well could be. Very well could be. Picked up 4 of the 5 penalty yards. Going to be 2nd down and 11 for New Haven. 4 minutes, 35 seconds to go here in the first half. Steve Roberts alongside Paul Walker. Not Paul Walker. Wow. Sorry, brah.
Sorry, brah.
Fast and
Mike,
Furious
if
reference.
you're watching.
The other Walker.
Oh, nice move. Nice move there.
Very nice. That quick screen pass, it was a nice job there by Sexton to keep it off the ground this time. And now Zell Banks, that speedy speedster. That's the thing about this New Haven team, Coach. They have so many different weapons to choose from that can go the distance almost any time on any play. Anyway, that was Steve Roberts and Paul Newberg.
Thanks, Coach.
Anytime. VoiceSportsNetwork.com. Sexton looks him down.
Incomplete.
Is there some dew on the ball tonight for Sexton? I'm not sure. He's had a couple just kind of squeak out of his hands. That was definitely a forward pass and definitely incomplete. It's going to be 4th down and 4, and Leo's going to get a turnover on downs.
Yeah.
Well, not a turnover. Leo's going to create the To
be honest, Sexton has not thrown the ball well tonight.
I would agree. He had a couple of
that
decent passes long, one that was just short, the one that Gauze jumped for the interception, which was a great play defensively. As we got a punt, pretty decent hang time. Bonner calls for the fair catch, and he makes the fair catch.
Right at the 20-yard line.
Yep,
just short of the 20.
Leo's going to take over.
With 3:39 left on the clock.
Grable Insurance, one of the proud sponsors of VoiceSportsNetwork.com and AllenCountyVoice.com. Their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. Grable Insurance on Pony Express Run, easy for me to say, inside the Mercantile Office Park.
Thank you, Grable Insurance.
Absolutely.
Isn't it Ray? Isn't it one of the guys named Ray?
Ray Gage and Arnie Myers.
And Arnie Myers.
I believe
Thanks,
is
Ray,
the
Arnie,
tandem.
For sponsoring high school football.
Handoff inside.
Got a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. I'm going to guess that one of the mandates that Restivo's been given here is work the clock. 3 minutes to go in the half. No sense in, take your chance if you got one, but I don't think they're going to really try to throw it up in the air. Would you? I don't think so.
I pass on 3rd down, of course, but because there's 3 minutes left, but you have to remember you need to A, chew the clock, B, potentially get some scoring because it's only an 11-point ball game, but C, you do give the ball over at halftime because New Haven won the toss and deferred. Here's a pass, and that was drastically underthrown to the inside that time and nearly picked off by Jonathan Johnson.
Looked like it was supposed to be some kind of timing route between AJ, Restivo, and Gauze.
Yeah.
But either AJ threw it a little inside or too soon, or Gauze made his cut a little bit too late because there was a defender right there. Gauze actually had to turn into defensive back.
Yeah, it was good coverage by Johnson. And, of course, we know Gauze doesn't have any problem being a defensive back as he jumped the route earlier to Kentrell Thomas and made the interception there on the pass from Sexton. Leo, 3rd and 9 from the 19. Hits a fake, and it's going to Bonner. Bonner's got some room, almost enough for the 1st down. There is a penalty flag out there. I'm thinking that's going to be called back again from holding. I hope I'm wrong for Leo's sake. But is in that neighborhood.
He did get the 1st down, a gain of 10, but I think it's coming. I think, like you said, I think it's going to come back. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yes, it
holding
is.
On Leo. So that'll take him back inside the goal-to-go range.
According to the officials, New Haven's a little jumpy and we're a little grabby.
I would agree. Yeah. As we've seen a number of penalties from both sides indicating exactly that, Coach.
3rd and 20.
Should be the 9-yard line, maybe the 10.
Looks like the ball's spotted on the 10-yard line. 3rd and 19.
Livingston runs the play in. He's 6'3", 151, and just a sophomore. Leo comes out with trips. And it's a handoff to Wortman.
No gain.
So they're just going to let the clock run, eat some of that up after the...
And New Haven used the timeout. Smart play on their part.
Well, yeah, there's zero reason to go to the locker room with timeouts still dangling when you're down by 11 points and flirting with 2 minutes. So they'll get the ball back roughly with about 2 minutes to go. And with the ball on the 10-yard line, BVG is going to be punting from his end zone. So we'll see if he can get a good one off here.
Could be a prime opportunity for New Haven to run their punt block. If they have anything special that they run for that, trying to get one.
Yeah, just bringing the whole town of New Haven here would be the optimal idea.
I mean, and if you think about it, with 2 minutes to go, even if BVG gets one off good and there's nobody back to catch it, they'd probably get it at midfield.
But they do have the speedy Zell Banks back deep and Kentrell Thomas.
Yeah, with Banks back there, man. The ball hits the ground.
So he's only standing just inside the 50-yard line. Von Gutten gets a really good one. He's on the other side of the field. Oh. And he is stopped. Nice job that time. Ty Castellon comes up and puts the stickins on him.
You know why that was not that great of a return? The ball didn't hit the ground.
The ball did not hit the ground.
He's better when the ball hits the ground.
Yeah, I agree. He only had about 10 yards on the return there after a booming punt by Ben Von Gutten. It was traveled about 56 yards in the air from the line of scrimmage. It was a 46-yard punt. 10 on the return.
There's Zell.
There's Zell Banks, a little jet sweep to the right, and he scurries out there for a quick 13 yards-ish.
Down to the 35.
It's going to be a first down. So 12 yards on the carry, then to the 35, as you said, Coach.
New Haven quick to the ball. Clock's running. 1:45 left in the half. New Haven does have 2 timeouts left.
Drops back. Here's Kentrell Thomas on the outside. Able to get out of bounds.
Another first down. Yes, they are. They're moving the chains. First down to the 25. Did get out of bounds. The clock has stopped.
First down.
Shotgun. Here's Owens. I like Owens on this play. It's his jet sweep to the left, and that was James Gardner.
He got 5 down to the 20.
Minute 20 left here in the opening half of action. 17-6 is the score, as you can see on the scoreboard, brought to you by the University of St. Francis, known for quality academic options. Many other greatness. And Gardner,
good defense
tackled
there.
And he stays in bounds. Nice job by Jack Hurston keeping him there.
Not a first down, but he's about a yard short. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1.5 maybe.
So
under 4 down to go.
4 down territory I don't think is necessary here if you're the and the pass route was jumped
off.
That would have been Gauze's second pick of the game.
Well, that's 40 seconds to go. I'm kind of surprised that after that last play that coach didn't take a timeout, save some clock. But 40 seconds to go. They're on the 16-yard line.
Yeah,
4th and 2.
I mean, this is a 30-yard field goal if you kick it. 32-yard field goal.
I don't think they kick much from this distance because they don't have a BVG.
Right. Now, it is 4th and 1. Last time Leo was able to get penetration and a stop. Let's see what they do now. Here's the snap. Sexton dropping back. He's going to take it himself.
He's got the first down, I think. He's got inside, almost to the 10. He's down to the 12 for first down.
It's a nice job that time by Sexton
There
stayed
goes
on
the
his
clock.
feet. 30 seconds and counting. First half action. 17-6 is the score. Sexton drops back, but there is a penalty.
Somebody jumped.
Maybe these Leo fans are onto something.
False start. 21 seconds to go. That's going to back the New Haven up to the 16. Outside the 16. The 17 maybe? Yep, first and 15 at the 17. So it is possible to get a first down. But there goes the clock.
17 seconds and counting.
Did they
This
use
could be the
timeouts that I
last-
didn't know about?
No, this could be the last play of the half. It's outside to Gardner. Gardner stays on his feet, and he's brought down. And now they're blowing it dead. That is a timeout from New Haven. 5 seconds left.
2nd and 9 at the 11.
5.5 if you're scoring.
You got
at home.
one play left. See, now, I swear that's only the second timeout they've used. And if that's the case, that's not very good clock management.
I would agree. I think they did give one away.
They gave
Speaking
away
of time
a couple
management,
plays.
we're going to take a quick timeout and thank the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne with a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, and indoor pool and childcare. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. Visit fwymca.org. That's fwymca.org. So, yeah, I would agree. They had between 18 and now, so 13 seconds, basically kind of burn off. There was a play mixed in there. The play only took 4 seconds.
But unless we missed a timeout earlier, and that was their last timeout, then I agree with what he did. But if I swear they have another timeout left.
Now, this is likely
Got to
to be
go
the
a
last
corner
play.
route. Over the middle, right on the money for a touchdown.
Wide open touchdown. Nice job that time by the Bulldogs. I think that was Gardner.
I guess he knew something that we didn't.
James Gardner scores a touchdown for the Bulldogs.
Connects with number 14, James Gardner, for the New Haven touchdown.
So a nice utilization that time of timeout by Coach Jim Rowland and the New Haven Bulldogs. They had their number that time because they was just wide open.
Yeah,
he just ran 3 yards on a little slant into the
route.
right. Yeah, a little post to the right, and just sat underneath and
been going so hard. Too many men in the huddle. Too many men in the formation. I think that's illegal substitution, technically. But 5 yards.
Yeah, it's one
penalty.
of those.
This is another reason why I figured they weren't going to try to kick a field goal, just because last time they scored a touchdown, they didn't kick it.
Right. Well, it's been now 12 unanswered points for the Bulldogs, and the first touchdown they scored, it was 17-0. So they wanted to try and get a couple back and make it just a couple scores. And that 2-point conversion is good also, and that is Davion Harris. A nice job by Sexton converting. So it's now within a field goal. 17-14 is the score, 1.9 seconds. And barring a
Trenton Bonner run back,
barring any kickoff magic, we're going to have a 3-point game going into halftime and a New Haven possession coming out of halftime. So that could be
that's a coach's dream, to score with under a minute to go in the first half and have the ball coming right back to him at the beginning of the second.
Right.
There's all the Cub football players lined up to be recognized at halftime.
Cub football is one of the cornerstones of Leo.
Kevin Yell and I were
lore.
talking before the game. This is year 19 of Cub football. Next year will be the 20-year anniversary of Cub football.
Wow.
You didn't play Cub, did you? Cub started after you. Did you play Cub?
No.
You came after you.
I've been graduated for 22 years.
Oh, man. Sorry. I feel
96 was a while ago.
Yes.
So, I didn't have the now, they had the Leo Lions football camps and things of that nature that Coach Rick Lightfoot, who was my coach, had put on and things of that nature, but nothing like we have now, Coach, where it's a set program, a handful of drilled down plays, and that's offsides by the New Haven kicking team. There's about 7 out of the 11 were offsides.
I thought he,
but nonetheless,
onside kicked it there for a second.
Yeah, Elijah Rich is the place kicker. 5'10", 148 sophomore, as you mentioned before. It's almost like he started and then he kind of stopped and started again, a little stutter. He kind of juked his own, offense there, or his own kicking line. But yeah, again, the Cub football starts out at 3rd grade now. They teach the kids how to properly tackle. They teach the kids good sportsmanship, how to run the plays. And they let them rotate all around, and the plays that are run are from the Leo Lions High School handbook, or playbook handbook.
The basic running plays.
The basic runs, the basic passes.
Great decision there by the up man. I'm not sure who that was.
Kicked down by Detmer.
That looked like Detmer.
And that's the end of the first half with the score. Leo Lions 17, New Haven Bulldogs 14.
That's right. Thanks again for joining us, folks. We will be back after several words from several sponsors and a little halftime action and highlights right here on the VoiceSportsNetwork.com and AllenCountyVoice.com.
You know that Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza. But did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out and delivery? Well, now you know. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out, delivery, catering, and order online, or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you're looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. T.W. Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe. Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park, directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House, and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. You know that Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza. But did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out and delivery? Well, now you know. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out, delivery, catering, and order online, or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depths of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you're looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. T.W. Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe. Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park, directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House, and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. You know that Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza. But did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out and delivery? Well, now you know.
Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out, delivery, catering, and order online or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you are looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. T.W. Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe. Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park, directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House, and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics. Hi, this is Dale from The Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. You know that Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza. But did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out and delivery? Well, now you know. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out, delivery, catering, and order online or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
TW Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you're looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. TW Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in to the broadcast tonight. AllenCountyVoice.com and VoiceSportsNetwork.com. Steve Roberts alongside with Paul Newberg. Paul's got himself a handful of popcorn in the mouth. We're going to cover a little...
Best popcorn in Northeast Indiana.
All right, I'm going to mute you, let you finish that up. So you come back on when you get it all out of your teeth there. Scoring summary for the game. A 22-yard field goal by Ben Von Gutten opened up the scoring. Leo is up 3-0 in the first quarter. One play later, Christian Hepner recovered the fumble for 18 yards and took it back to the house. 10-3 was the score after the BVG extra point. Trenton Bonner then ran for 42 yards, which was set up by a 38-yard run from Alex Wortman. Great job there by both Wortman and Bonner. And after 3:47 in the first quarter, we haven't seen Leo score any. From there, it was a Stephen Owens 60-yard run, or 61-yard scamper for a touchdown, and the 2-point conversion attempt was no good. And then with 1 second left in the second quarter, the touchdown pass to James Gardner was good for 10 yards, and the 2-point conversion was also good to Davion Harris. So a 14-17 ball game is where we have it. And as making sure, as you can see on your screen, so a few of the stats here, just 35 plays for New Haven and just 23 for the Leo Lions. Both pretty efficient there. Passing 1 for 4 for 12 yards has been Restivo for Leo. And Sexton, Brian Sexton, was 11 out of 18 for 87 yards. Threw a touchdown with that and an interception. Leo has 153 yards rushing on 19 carries and 8.1 yard average, 130 on 17 carries for the New Haven Bulldogs. And some standouts, third down conversions. Both teams are just 1 for 7, Paul.
1 for 7?
1 for 7.
So 2 of 14 total in the game.
Yeah, that's 14% if you're scoring at home. So not very good conversion rate. New Haven almost doubling Leo in first downs as they have 11 first downs to Leo's 6. And
Leo was not able to really – they did not mount any kind of a real drive except for that first one.
Right.
And that was really dictated by A.J. Restivo having the one long run on the option, correct, and the penalty.
Okay, so that was the first play of first drive of the game, right?
Yeah, that was
where they did have that penalty. Now, the other scoring, the only touchdown scoring offensive drive they had was set up by a good run on the kickoff to the 30-yard line, and then a 38-yard run by Wortman, and then a 42-yard jet sweep by Bonner. So that was all of 2 plays long.
Yeah, right.
So that didn't do a whole lot.
Third touchdown, right?
Right.
So they've got to get back into a little bit of what they were able to do in the second half drive that they had against Angola, where they just pounded the ball down the field a little bit, get some coverage there. defensively, New Haven's done a really good job of mixing it up. They keep throwing the short out route.
Yeah.
And then they just every once in a while try to get that. They got that post route for the touchdown late at the first half. They tried to throw one in the first quarter down here in the corner route, sent the one guy on the route. But everything else, the quarterback is more of just a short passing game quarterback. Quick outs, some screens, and some jet sweeps, trying to get the athletes in open territory.
Indeed, and you get those speedy guys like Stephen Owens. He has 11 carries for 94 yards in the first half, and including that touchdown from 61 yards.
Yeah, so 61. So the other 10, he's got 30 yards. So outside of that one play, but if he does that again, bottled up for 10 plays, but breaks one big one,
that's all it takes.
You know,
that's all it takes.
I mean, that's the ball game right there. I mean, if Leo can't get another offensive touchdown.
Yeah, and we saw some pretty decent defense on both sides of the ball going into the second quarter. It capped off by a couple of nice drives. Trenton Bonner is the leading rusher for Leo, 3 carries, 63 yards as far as the carries go. Alex Wortman, solid half, 12 carries, 50 yards, averaging 4.2. And he had some chunky yards there. We talked about the 38-yard run on that one. So aside from that, he only has 12 yards and 11 carries. So he's been, and I mentioned earlier, he's had several attempts where he's just getting pounded inside. And a main contributor there is number 73, Antoine Washington, who's having kind of a field day with some of the offensive line from Leo. So 36 seconds left to go before we get things going.
We did get one update. Colton Grahovac for Leo did not play in the first half, will not play tonight. He has a lower ankle injury. Wondered earlier in the game why we hadn't seen him, and then we get that report. I found out from some people at halftime that it indeed is an ankle injury, and so he is not playing this evening. That's a hurt. That's a hurt in the return game. It hurts us in the return game. It hurts the Lions in the offensive game because of he has some abilities. I mean, he's the top receiver on the team, really.
Yeah, I mean, he was the top receiver
pass receiver.
He was the top receiver last year when he went to the Concordia. He went to Concordia, and had almost 1,000 yards catching and 60 some odd receptions, and a slew of touchdowns for the state champion Concordia Cadets. So this 12-minute session is going to start with another touchback, and New Haven's going to take it out at the 20-yard line. 17-14 is the score. Welcome back, folks. It's high school football action, week number 4. Did I say that right? Week number 4 already?
Well, I'll tell you where we are at in the fall already.
Good land.
Tomorrow is conference golf tournament for my girls' golf team.
Oh, wow.
And next Saturday is sectional already.
Good land.
So football program's only played 4 games, and I'm already figuring out what to do for sectional.
All right, so Leo needs to get a good stop. New Haven needs to get some points. It's the jet sweep to the right side.
Fumble.
Ball's loose.
Oh, it went out of bounds.
And it does trickle out of bounds. And that was Zell Banks. I tell you what, he's one of the faster guys on the field. It'd be interesting to see him and Trenton Bonner run a little 100 or 50-yard dash or 40-yard dash or something like that.
I would bet that maybe they do this spring, but I think Trenton Bonner was the conference champion in the 100.
Oh, was he?
Not
now the ball is fumbled, and nice job of recovering it to prevent the turnover, but Max Minnick was there to make sure that Mr. Sexton took a knee. Brian Sexton, number 9. So that's the second. Maybe that wasn't a bad snap, Paul. You have to correct me if I'm wrong. The first play of the game, the snap was way over his head. He tipped it,
high.
And that's when Hepner took it in for a touchdown. Another one right there turns a 3rd and 5 or 2nd and 5 into a 3rd and 17 after a pretty big loss. So Zell Banks fumbles and the ball goes out of bounds. And he's brought down after a nice quick pass by Ty Castellon.
Yeah, through the camera there, it looked like we stepped in front of that and picked it off again. And I thought he'd picked it off, and I'd started the camera towards the end zone, but that was a good defense by Ty Castellon to give up short yardage. All right, so we're going to punt. New Haven's going to punt. That's a good stop by the Lions. They needed to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming out of the drive that they just gave up to to finish the first half. You're exactly right, Paul. Definitely needed a stop there. And number 11, Tim Jordan, going to punt one, boot one. And that's caught on the run. Little stop and go by Gauze. He's got making a couple guys miss. A nice job of running. Boy, that is dangerous because the coverage was there. The coverage did a good job of covering that one, and that was a pretty solid punt there by Minnick.
Yeah,
that's by Tim Jordan. Sorry, Minnick. Max Minnick was the other guy there on Leo's. Anyways, Jordan had a good boot on it, but nonetheless, a 13-yard return. Sorry.
Lions have 1st and 10 at the 32. See if they can get something going here.
Wortman up the gut
for 3 yards.
And you see some patrons walking in front of this camera, folks. We are amongst the Leo Lion fans.
And by the way, because we are easily accessible, we have not said it yet tonight. We have to make the offer every night. One of our faithful sponsors, Marco's Pizza.
Speaking of Marco's, Paul, they're located in downtown Leo. Serve not only pizza, but wings, subs, breads, many other delicious items. Marco's also offers catering. Trenton Bonner to left side, looking to cut it up. Reverses.
Oh, my.
And here he comes again. We'll see if he can go. He's got some blockers. Looks to cut it inside. And he is down at the 2-yard line.
Wow.
Looky here, looky here.
I'm sitting there thinking he got run out of bounds. I can't see anything through a 2-inch lens. And then here he comes right back into the frame with the picture. Wow. Out of nowhere.
We have seen this, and we have seen this, and we have seen it again. He did that 3 times last week where he was dead to rights on the left side, ran another back to the right side, same type of thing.
Dare I say, da-na-na.
Exactly. I formation this time. With lead blocker ahead. Wortman trying to pound it in, keeps his feet going, and he is stopped just short. So
got to the 1. So gain of 2. Berkeley Yoder in there, I think, at the fullback spot.
Yeah, that's 34, Berkeley Yoder. Good call, Coach.
That's all important in that I formation, just trying to pound it ahead.
Right.
The forgotten position in the NFL.
What's that?
Fullback.
Oh, yeah,
even college.
Yeah. Lions I formation again. And Restivo's going to keep it for the touchdown.
Lions needed that. Just a great sneak. AJ getting behind his left guard, left tackle, and just running it in the middle. Putting that big 220-pound frame in there.
So we talk about the scoring drought from the Lions. Hadn't seen anything for darn near 2 quarters. That was set up by a nice run of 20-some-odd, 30 yards.
32 yards.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
And BVG punts one to the elementary school. Punts one, kicks one.
They'll find that on Monday when they open up the gym.
Now Leo opens up a 10-point lead. We're going to hear a little word from our sponsor. Guessing it's going to be the YMCA.
Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
Getting a shot there of the Leo bench. And I'll give you the odds of this ball being returned.
I'll take the under on 0.
Take the under on 0. Can you have an under on 0?
That'd be negative, but no. You get what I mean.
It would be negative if it was under 0. Sorry, math brain. Oh!
Taking at the 4-yard line. We're actually going to have a return.
Of not much. Great coverage there. Who was that? I can't. Number 5. Is that 5, Peyton Wall? It is 5, Peyton Wall. Great return. Now, there's the other thing we're talking about.
Tackle.
Great tackle.
It was a return of 5 yards, we'll say, to the 10-yard line.
We were talking about this when BVG was warming up about how far he was kicking it, and I couldn't believe how high he was kicking it.
Right.
And right there's an advantage. You know, he's kicking it right to the goal line, and if he kicks it 2 yards deep, okay, it comes to 20. If he kicks it to the 1-yard line, hey, you know, great coverage because of the hang time.
Yeah, that was taken at about
11.
About the 4. And it's going to be a quick handoff by the same guy who returned it. Nope, that's James Gardner on the outside.
Wow, strong.
Almost lost the ball.
Team defense right there.
Yeah, brought down by a Pride of Lions.
Just kept stringing it out, and he could never turn the corner.
Yeah, and again, we talk about all the weapons that New Haven has. James Gardner is definitely one of them. Gardner.
Max Minnick.
I keep saying Gardner.
Max Minnick. Yeah, I got you on the Rockford comment.
I know, yeah, James Gardner.
It's Gardner, but we affectionately call him Rockford.
Or Maverick.
Maverick, there you go.
He was Mel Gibson's dad in Maverick there. Sexton rolls to the left. Caught on the outside by Zell Banks.
Pickup of about 7.
6.
Going to be 3rd and 2. You know, it was nice to. I mean, he got 7 yards, but it was nice to see him get contained right when he caught the ball.
Sexton trips on the left. Looked like they got a little early jump. That's caught on the outside, and he is brought down. And that is enough for the first down. Kentrell Thomas on the receiving end.
Out to the
New Haven
4-yard line.
Yeah, so New Haven able to do what they needed to do last drive, and that's convert a 3rd down. 6:35 second half action here in the NE8 conference. It's a handoff. Here is Owens. Look like Owens.
Going to be a gain of 5 out to the 29.
Check that. That's James Gardner. Owens, again, number 6, Stephen Owens, 5'10", 185. He's not in the lineup here and wasn't on the first drive either. So I don't know if he had anything at the halftime or what, but he was their big rusher for New Haven. Here's the outside pass. Again, they like running that quick little bubble screen out the left side to Zell Banks.
Good job by Jack Kirsten and Ty Castellon closing in the gap and not letting him. I was worried there for a second they were going to let him split the two of them.
Right.
But they honed him in for a tackle, but it's 3rd and 2 again.
Yeah, he goes 5'7", $150, so him and Bonner are real similar in stature. Bonner, I think, is a lot stronger, it appears, as comes in at 165, and you've seen Trenton. He's all muscle. Sexton drops back, looks the receiver down. He's got a man on the outside again, and it's DeReese Jackson.
Yep, a 4-yard pass, but it gets the first down. You know, that's their game right now is, I have not seen New Haven play at all this year, but their strategy, their game plan looks like against the Lions is short pass, jet sweep, pitch, and then try to get him with a post or something deep every once in a while.
Sure.
There, right here. Oh, and he's got him wide open.
And he just overthrew it to the outside. If he can put that more along maybe the hash mark instead of the number on the field, that is. He's got a chance for that one to go to the house. And that was a deep ball that time.
Yeah, blown coverage there by Peyton Wall. I think he ran an in and an out, or turned in and then ran up the field.
Zigged when he should have zagged.
So just weren't able to connect on it.
2nd and 10, 5:16 left. Quick pitch outside to Gardner. Gardner to the outside.
Gets almost 10 yards.
Gosh, a lot of momentum out of that kid. He took him down to the
45.
To
Looks like 3rd and 2 again.
Yeah, about the 45. There were some.
This is the third down and 2 in a row for New Haven.
1 for 2 so far.
Jump.
And both sides jumped, and it looks like
Big
they're pointing at New Haven.
72, Jeffrey Johnson.
Yeah, Luke Watson, I think, also jumped. Number 71 is.
72, Jeffrey Johnson. 6'2", 344 on the offensive line.
Yeah, not to mention his little friend, 6'4", 275, Luke Watson, right beside him on the right side, the guard-tackle combination for New Haven. You would think with a couple of guys that size, man, you should be running that way every single time, and Owens had a hefty dose of that in the first half. That pass is defended well and broken up, and Leo's going to get a stop on 3rd down.
So
he did have
and 8.
I would say he did have the receiver there, and they're going to get the stop as Tim Jordan's going to come out and punt one
to Bonner and Gauze. Is that Gauze or Bonner and Wall?
That's Gauze. That is number 2, Jason Gauze. Number 1-2, Trenton Bonner.
Ooh,
and that was shanked off the side of his foot. And that's going to go out of bounds conveniently.
About a 22-yard punt. 23-yard punt, we'll call it officially. It's going to put the ball at the 37-yard line. I like that call, Coach. 37 3/8. We hope you're enjoying your high school football. Beautiful Friday night out here. A lot better than last week.
I brought my jacket, and I don't need it. It's been a nice 60 degrees.
It's a lot warmer than it was on the golf course the last 2 nights.
Right. Up the gut, couple of yards there that time. Alex Wortman gives the call again.
Met harshly by number 54, Tyler Wilson. Inside linebacker for New Haven.
I say this New Haven team can hit. They can absolutely hit. So
the Lions going to try to
2nd and 8. Yep, sorry.
Lions going to try to answer their drive they had last time. If they could put another 7 on the board this time, that would make it a really tough deficit for these Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's already a 2-possession game right now, so Leo's looking to expand on that out of the I formation. It's a quick pitch out to Wortman. Wortman's going to cut it up, and a nice job in New Haven making it tough for him to go north and south. He was forced to go east and west. Easy for me to say. I don't think he gained maybe a yard.
Maybe a yard.
Maybe a football length. It's still spotted about the 40-yard line. Again, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors: University of St. Francis, Grable Insurance, Indiana Physical Therapy, YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne, as well as MarcosPizza.com. And Marcos Pizza here in Leo. Restivo, play action. It's going to be to Bonner this time. Bonner's going to the outside. He looks to cut it up. He's got enough for the first down. He jumps, and he is hit. And another flag again. It's the exact same play they ran on that 3rd and long before, and it was called back before. We'll see if it's another holding. Well, and Trenton got popped on that one. He decided to go airborne over someone and did. And when he landed, he was met with a pretty hard shot, and it's another hold.
Grabby. Flag against Leo, it's holding. Flag against New Haven, it's offsides. So that makes it 3rd and 13 at the 30-yard line. They need to get at the 35-yard line. I take that back. They need to get to the 48. Basically, they need to get almost to midfield.
Yeah.
So
a nicely designed play, and I tell you what, they're going to be working on that next week. Bonner fakes the jet sweep. Restivo is going to go for it. No, he brings it back, and he is going to be met by a whole lot of Bulldogs. And we do have a Bulldog down, a little slow getting up. That looks like number 7, Demario Robinson. He's back up.
Makes it 4th and 11.
So 4th down. So
once again, the holding penalty is a big, it's a drive killer, and you hate having penalties that stop drives. You get a first down, but you got to bring it back because somebody got a little grabby on a jersey. So.
Yeah, that's 2 first downs, 2 clear first downs in the exact same play, as you mentioned, thwarted by the penalty, and Speedy and Speedier are back deep for New Haven. And BVG, another nice high spiraling punt taken at about the 15. This is Harris. He reverses field. He's going to be brought down. A nice job, only a 2-yard return.
Wow. That's from the 35.
37.
Well, the ball was at the 37. 13,
right.
43, 45-yard punt. Wow.
Only a 3-yard return. Yeah, absolutely.
Flip the field.
And keep in mind, you're 15 yards back, so that ball went a good 60 yards in the air. BVG got it off the right part of his foot that time. It went up spiraling, and it came back down nice and spiral, turning over.
And the receiver for New Haven had to go back to get. He was backpedaling.
Oh yeah,
he got it.
Yeah,
which is a benefit in itself.
Right, he got beat. That was one of the finer things that I used to like to see as a punter. Sometimes when you get one off and the guy finds himself backtracking, as Gardner goes to the outside,
fights and claws his way for about 4.
Yeah, Leo doing a good job. I mean, a lot of those times with any of those speed demons we talk about for New Haven, that's Gardner. That's Owens, that's Harris, that's Thomas, that's Zell Banks, that's Derice Jackson. Any of those guys can take it to the house at any point in time. So if you're able to get them going east and west as opposed to north and south, you're doing yourself a lot of favors. As we pick it up here, 2nd and 6. Looks to the outside. It's a quick into Derice Jackson.
Sexton connects with number 1, Derice Jackson.
I'd like to see Owen Lance made the stop there, but he had that guy dead to rights. I would have liked to seen Owen just come up and put a hit on him, square, put that helmet right on him when he caught that ball.
A minute 15 left here in the third quarter action. Ball on the 26-yard line. It's yet again 3rd down and 2. Leo looking for a stop here.
Going deep,
looks him down the whole way, and he overthrows him by quite a bit. It's going to be 4th and 2. 26-yard line. We'll see if they decide to go for it or if they're going to bring Jordan in for a punt.
It's only a 10-point ball game with a whole quarter, fourth quarter to go. I think deep down here you gotta.
Yeah, there's zero question, but you never know. Depends on the coach and how froggy he's feeling, right? I mean, it is 2 yards. You're talking 6 feet in a pile of, or a cloud of dust, or whatever the saying is.
If you've got that 2-yard fake punt,
right? Yeah, direct snap. That could be Jamar Hutchins there, number 12. But they go with the punt.
Gauze on the run. Look at this.
Nice job again by Gauze.
I'll tell you what, Jason Gauze is, there's not been much action here in the last couple of series, but he's kept the field flipped in Leo's favor, him
Absolutely.
And BVG.
Yeah, and just like on that one right there, and the punt before, Tim Jordan, the punter for New Haven, didn't get any super great punt off, so he's kind of under punting the punt returners, and on both occasions, Gauze just hauls butt right towards it and catches it on the run.
On the run. That's
so he's got all the momentum in the world coming right at him. And he was able to make the first guy miss and run over another one. Leo picks it up on the 35-yard line. Bonner to the outside. Here's Wortman up the gut, and it's another penalty flag. I think that's going to be another holding.
Yep. Officials already calling it. That's 10 yards from the spot, too.
Yeah, Leo has had a difficult time so far tonight.
I'm sure Coach Lance and Coach Bush, the offensive line coach, aren't going to be real happy with those offensive linemen on Monday.
Yeah, if we look at the
That's got to be the 5th or 6th offensive holding penalty alone.
Well, yeah, in the first half, I didn't mention, Leo was penalized. Where did I have it? I had it. I know I did.
I formation. Hand off to
Wortman.
Wortman up the middle. He's going to pick up 5. It's going to bring up 2nd and 20. Yep, 2nd and 20. Make it a 2nd and 18.
Yeah, Leo, 4 penalties, 30 yards first half. New Haven, 8 penalties, 55 yards first half. And we've seen a little continuation of that.
At least
so
2
far.
holds on the Lions this half and 1 jump false start for New Haven this half. I have a feeling that's the end of the third quarter. The clock's going to run out here.
And it is the end of the third quarter. As a solid third quarter for the Lions. Getting on the board once again. And we'll be back after a brief message from a couple of our sponsors on the VoiceSportsNetwork.com and Allen County Voice.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park, directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House, and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
Second and 19 for the Lions at their own at the New Haven 44-yard line. Excuse me. Big play here. Counter, Wortman up the middle. Big hole, running over people. First down, Lions. Nice run by Alex Wortman right up the middle. Split the linebackers and got 20 yards when we needed 19.
That's your 2nd and 19 play.
That's the 2nd and 19 play.
That's what you draw up.
I ride 46.
Right.
I ride 46.
Was that a counter?
It was a counter.
46 counter right?
46 counter right.
All right, 45 counter left. That would have been counter left. Anyways, fourth quarter action just picked up. As you just saw, folks, Steve Roberts alongside Coach Paul Newberg.
Got an injury update for you. Kyle Masga went down earlier in the first half and came back in. But now we see him on the sideline with some crutches, so that's a big loss to the offensive line of the Lions.
Here's Wortman again, and he's met and raked down. And a little trash talk there. That's Antoine Washington. He's been handed to him all night, and Wortman has no problem with that. I've known a lot of Wortmans.
Well, that's 5'6", 180 versus 6'4", 260. A little Mutt and Jeff action right there, but you know what? Wortman will take the ball and run right at him again.
Indeed.
Well, unless Coach tells him to run the other way.
Well, that's true.
2nd and 10.
Left side, Wortman again moving the pile.
And he runs hard.
Absolutely.
You know what the best thing about 5'6", 180? It's called junior. He gets to come back next year and do it again.
Oh, he's okay. I got you.
See, I had to.
As an 11th grader. So I didn't get the junior threw me off like senior, junior, as in the third,
father
the fourth.
son or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you never know where I might throw you.
Touche.
3rd and 4. 10 minutes to go in the game. Lions up 10. This would be big for the Lions. We are in BVG range.
Yeah, indeed. Single back. It's going to be a counter to the left, to the right this time.
Going to be short of the first down by maybe a yard. Interesting play call here for Coach Souter.
Ellis Wortman carry brought down by number 73, Antoine Washington.
4th and 4, 19-yard line. Be about a 36-yarder from here.
I think Coach. Well,
It's a chip shot for BVG. Get some more points on the board, and then
the way they're talking, I almost wonder if they're going to run the clock all the way down and take a timeout.
Yeah, 13 seconds left on the play clock, 9:12 in the game, so they'll call a timeout right at about 9 minutes.
There's some good clock management here. Let's take our time and make a decision here.
No, they went ahead and let it run down, took the pen. Oh,
nope.
Take that back.
Timeout, Theo.
The center judge had thrown his flag.
The head referee.
He was paying attention to the play clock. The head referee was waiting for the coach's signal. Or one of the players, I'm guessing.
Well, see, there's where it'd be nice if you, as officials, if the side official, you just stand there and say, hey, we want a timeout of 2 seconds. 2 seconds on the play clock. Give us a timeout.
Right, but you can't. You can't do that, though.
I know.
You actually have to.
It
has to be a vocal call, right? Of course, everybody knows what they were doing, and they are going to set up for the field goal. So,
make sure you got all your ducks in a row. You're not rushed. BVG can get out there and set up. It's not like they even really took the timeout.
A 33-yarder.
Plenty of leg, and it's good by 35 yards.
Yeah.
And that makes it 27-14, puts the Lions up 13.
Yeah, literally, that was 35 yards. The 35-yard field goal. And it went over the uprights by quite a lot. He had 20 yards on that easy.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that's good from 55 in his sleep.
Which was good from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah. So nice job of capping off a nice drive by the Leo Lions in the fourth quarter action. That was all started by the hard running of Alex Wertman. That guy, he's on a tear tonight, and he showed it the first half with 50 yards rushing, and now whatever he just did on that drive, including the big 20-yarder on second and 19.
See, I look at it like this, scoring-wise. Some people would say, well, why do you want to go only up 13? They scored 2 touchdowns and they got the lead. Well, I look at it like this. If New Haven were to score 2 touchdowns, all the Lions have to do to be ahead of that again now is get to the 30-yard line and BVG kick another field goal.
Right.
So it really does put you in a scoring advantage down the road because you have a kicker.
Yep, and that one's going to go deep into the end zone. Zell Banks has no chance to return that one.
Not by much, though. Wow. Caught that. I think he caught that on the goal line.
Yeah.
But
back to your point, people asking, well, why only go for 3? It's points. It's with a leg like that and a distance like that, that's 99% success rate. Barring somebody get in there and block it. So we'll say 9 out of 10 he hits in his sleep.
Yep.
So that's a guaranteed 3 points. It's all about having your drives be worth something.
Yes.
If your drive is worth 3 points, that's what you got out of that drive. The drive before that was worth 0.
False start.
If you're able to score a touchdown, points are points.
Yep.
So you're going to take them anytime you can get them, and like you mentioned, well, now they can just score 2 well, they have to score 1 before they can score 2.
That's right.
That's how that works.
That's right.
I'm not even a math guy, and I can tell you that.
They've only scored twice the whole game in 3 quarters, and I got to do it twice in 9 minutes.
In sub 9 minutes, 8:52, fourth quarter action. First and 15 on the 15 from the early start. A beautiful one-handed catch over the middle inside just over the 40-yard line. That was Kentrell Thomas, and that was a beautifully thrown ball. We talked about the throws that Brian Sexton has been making or hasn't been making, and that was definitely one of them.
All right, that looks like a cramp. That's Jason Gauze, but he's getting stretched out there, so that looks like a cramp for Jason Gauze. That's good. That's good right there because I thought maybe he was holding his knee again as well.
Right. Yeah, Kyle Miazga went out, and Colton Grahovac also went out for the Lions, and those are a couple of big names in a couple of pretty key positions. Don't want to see anybody go out, of course, but.
Well, and it's true with anybody in the size of schools that we watch play football at this time of year is, we've got decent numbers on the field, but your guys that play, the backups to your guys are backups,
right.
and we're not the Snyders or the Homesteads or the Carrolls that have 3 deep at a position, and they can bring in a junior that's played for 3 years as a backup.
Yeah.
The kid they bring in, just because of sheer numbers and having a lot of time there, a lot of the backups here. We got a lot of sophomores starting.
Right.
And you figure.
Yeah, Leo's a fairly young team, and like you said, overall class size has a lot to do with that as well.
But a great play by New Haven.
1st and 15. It's going to be a keeper. This is the punter who also plays quarterback, Tim Jordan. He's 6'1" and 208, and talk about a junior right there coming in for Brian Sexton.
Well, that makes you wonder about Sexton.
I was going to say I didn't see him struggle off the field or anything. And if you can look over there on the far right, standing right about the 30-yard line, that's Stephen Owens, who had a tear-up first half. Jordan, the punter. Jordan, don't call me a punter, I'm a quarterback. That's Tim Jordan. Number 11 finds Derice Jackson on the outside there, and that's enough for a New Haven first down. So
inside Lions territory at the 46.
Yep, moving it right along here. 8:01 left to go. They were able to get out of bounds and stop the clock. It's going to be a swing pass outside. He's got some room. Here's Gardner. Gardner making a couple of guys miss. And he is stopped pretty hard, but not after a gain of
15.
Yeah, it's a solid 15.
Down to the 29. I think he was at the 46. That'd be a gain of 17.
So on that,
Lions got to hold tight here.
Yeah, on the reception where Gauze went out for a cramp, it's going to be a keeper again. And Jordan, he's a big kid. He goes 6'1", 208, so similar stature to his offensive counterpart in A.J. Restivo. A couple of big quarterbacks, both juniors.
Yeah, no, they never ran the other quarterback, so I wonder.
No, Brian Sexton didn't see any runs.
So I wonder if
they were
that's
planned, no planned runs.
I wonder if this is why they made the little switch here, just to try and get a little bit more versatility at the quarterback spot.
That quick pass outside to Jackson again.
Just trying to get them get the ball and let them make a move and get 10 yards.
First down, Bulldogs.
Just under 7 minutes to go. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here the Leo faithful. It's going to be a swing. This is Gardner again. Making 3 guys miss and walking into the end zone. Wow. A great move that time by James Gardner. That swing pass again. So tough for Leo to handle. And that's just a breakdown of tackling right there. Don't get me wrong. He made a great move in space. And he had another one there, a big gain earlier on the same drive that led up to that. But
there were 2 Lions there in position to make a tackle and missed it.
Yeah, there were 3 Lions there in position to make a tackle. He made the good moves, but, man, you got to break down and you got to tackle there. So,
and that was actually a backwards pass. I mean, it's not even a –
yeah, that was technically a lateral. That was – going for 2. And that's going to be a delay of game?
Delay of game penalty.
It is. So the extra point.
Oh, now they're bringing the kicker in.
2-point conversion. No, that's not.
83 is the kicker.
Oh, I didn't see 83 come in. Yep, there he is. Elijah Rich. 83 going to try and pop an extra point through. It's going to be a 25-yard extra point attempt since the penalty of delay of game. Snap down, the kick's up, and it's good. So they close the gap to within 6. Does New Haven. And that will do it for us for a brief moment. Tell you a little bit about Subway flatbreads.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
Thank you, Subway.
Wow, how about this?
You got a score.
Homestead 42, Dwenger nothing. That's a battle of 3-0s in the SAC. Looks like it's going to come down to Homestead and
Lures?
Snyder.
Oh, Snyder.
Homestead beat Lures last week.
Okay. I had that wrong.
Because they were 2-0s last week.
So Wortman back deep. New Haven put together a pretty solid drive, and Leo got caught sleeping a little bit on there. It's deep, and it's going to go to Bonner.
Bonner takes the kick by Rich.
Not bad.
And yeah, not a bad
28.
attempt. And the chances of Bonner being actually able to return a ball, like to just catch a kickoff, are pretty small because a lot of teams kick away from him.
Yes.
So 6:38 on the clock.
Coach Sauter does make it challenging for other teams because he puts Trenton in different spots on the kick return just so that they have to at least think about where they're trying to kick.
Yeah, and he put him in the middle that time, and he noticed. Coach had to have noticed that he's not kicking super long. Here's a counter to the right again. Here's Wortman. Wortman getting to the outside. Give him about 7.5, 8 yards on that one. A nice job.
Second and 2.
6:25 and counting. And Leo, what you would have to think, starting right now, 30 seconds takes you down inside 540, inside 550. So they're going to do a pretty solid job of running the play clock all the way down to snap there, I'm sure. 12 seconds on the play clock, 5:57 game clock. I formation this time. And a penalty on the play?
Yeah, false start on Leo.
So a 2nd and 2, and New Haven's clapping for what's about to be a 2nd and 7. So that's not good. You take a 2nd and super short and a running clock, and you make it 2nd and a lot longer, and the clock stopped.
Well, no, they wind the clock on that.
I take that back. Now they are running the clock. I didn't think that would be the case, but I guess it is. So I guess the only detriment is the loss of 5 yards.
Loss of 5 yards.
Yeah. 5.5 to go in the game in regulation. Here's a counter to the right, up the gut, and Wortman is hit pretty hard. He gained a couple.
It's going to be 3rd and 4. 3rd and a long 3, a short 4. But it's still third down. The Lions need a first down here.
Absolutely do. They want to be able to get this game and put it away. A first down could make that a lot more likely of a chance to happen, as Restivo is going to take the Lions up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the shotgun this time. Here's Wortman out of the backfield. He drops back, and Restivo throws well behind the receiver. That was Gauze intended that time. It's going to be 4th down and 4:40 on the clock. So
defense has got to take care of business now.
Defense has a chance to take care of business.
Here's the well. So back is Zell Banks and Kentrell Thomas. BVG.
Once again, BVG was able to burn them last time.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, stay short.
It's going to stay short.
Oh,
and
my. At the 5-yard line. Whoa, a 67-yard punt by BVG from the 40, 34, 33.
34 to the 5. 61
to
yards.
the 5. I was thinking down to the goal line.
61-yard punt.
Nice job.
0
got
on the
it
return.
Over his head, 0 on the return, 5-yard line.
And I tell you what, that carried about 54 yards and only had about a 6-7 yard
Thomas, number 4, Kentrell Thomas for New Haven, just turned and looked.
A huge play. Yeah, exactly. A huge boot by BVG. So they're making it as tough as they can on the New Haven Bulldogs.
Lions defense just got to hold them.
First down and 10 from the 5-yard line. New Haven's got to go 95 yards, and that pass is short to the outside, intended for Zell Banks. As we still have Brian Sexton on the bench, who was the starting quarterback for the Bulldogs, and Tim Jordan, the only thing we saw out of Tim Jordan was punting the football, aside from the last drive where New Haven was able to score. It's going to be second down and 10, again from the 5-yard line. 4 minutes, 23 seconds left here in the regulation game. And Jordan out of the shotgun. He drops back. He's looking for the outside again. And Zell Banks makes a man miss, but he's brought down again in the flats there. A nice job of keeping contained. It was only a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. Crucial play. It's going to be fourth down.
And the clock is running.
Third down and 5. In 3 minutes and 56 seconds, clock running. And they don't seem to be really rushing a whole lot. Jordan's going to have that quick pass again. And it's caught.
Got the first down.
Yep, that same pass.
And out of bounds.
That same quick pass to left side. Darius Jackson has been standing there the entire game. And when they want to go there, it's always there.
Yeah, it's one of those things where right now you almost got to give him the 5-yarders because you don't want to give him a 65-yarder.
Yeah, exactly. But he did enough to get the first down. Maybe that's why they were so nonchalant. That's 3rd and 5, no big deal. Just walk up there and get the old first down.
Hey, I'll make him throw complete 15 more passes down the field.
Right. Here's going to be the swing to Gardner again, and Leo's not falling for it this time.
Keeping
A
it
nice
down.
job
Yes.
outside. That's Ty Castellon. And a couple of words there exchanged by, I'm sure they were probably just talking about, if they were going to Pizza Hut after the game or something like that.
No, Marcos. Sorry.
Well, that's
Marcos.
I'm sure New Haven was like, Gardner said, hey, you want to go Pizza Hut? He's like, no, I'm going to go
Marcos.
Marcos.
Come on.
I mean, Castellon.
Come on, we live in Leo. We go to Marcos.
Definitely saying Marcos. 3:06 and counting, 2nd 13.
Staring down, going deep. Oh, they're going to call pass interference on that.
Now, you could make a case that might be offensive as Zell Banks. As Zell Banks was the intended receiver.
That is not a spot foul, though.
And we'll have a chance to look at this, what the call is officially.
I think they're backing New Haven up.
Pass interference on the defense.
On the defense. Is that that's a 10-yarder from the line of scrimmage.
So, loss of down or no? Replay down.
Replay the down.
2nd and 3.
Well, that I don't know. That is now is that, do they call that? Is that an automatic or is that just simply yardage? That's 15. So it's a 15-yard penalty. So it'll be a first down with yardage either way.
Well, they needed a play like that. If he makes that catch and goes, then clearly we have a different kind of ball game now. But clock is running. Quick pass to the outside, And Kentrell Thomas gets out of bounds, stopping the clock after a fairly short game, about 4 yards, 5 yards.
I think. Yep, 5.
2:44 left in regulation. New Haven making it to the 35-yard line, so they've absorbed 30 yards of that punt from BVG, starting the drive at the 5.
Jordan and Kentrell Thomas.
And the pass.
First down. He's going to move the chain.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he had the first down or not.
I don't think he got out of bounds, so I think they're going to wind the clock as soon as the chains are set.
And now the clock goes.
2:30 left here in the game. But
ball on the 41.
Moving the ball.
Leo needs some penetration on the defensive line, I'll tell you what. And a nice pass and catch, just beating the outstretched hands of Jack Curson. That was Zell Banks again on the quick post. And they are moving the ball down the field.
Brought down by Baker. First down Bulldogs in Lions territory.
2:10 left to go.
And counting.
Okay, got 3 yards on that and out of bounds, so this is 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it's a tough scenario for the Lions defensive backs because every one of those receivers are so fast. If they get one step behind him, it's over. So they have to give him, some respect and a little bit of cushion, but that just allows the little dink and dunk passes that we've seen so far in this drive. And
New Haven's being very patient with it.
In particular,
they're doing a really good job.
Right.
Oh,
and that pass, a little zig when you should have zagged, and that was almost picked off by Lance.
Yeah, the defense is going to have to keep making big plays. They need a really big one here coming up soon. All right, 1:55 left to go. It's 3rd and 7. The ball's at the 44-yard line. 3rd and 7.
And now Leo, the defense, is telling them to get up. New Haven's telling their fans to get up. We got a bunch of standing fans here. Minute 55. 3rd down 7 from the 44. He's going to air it out and go deep. And that one is caught by Zell Banks in a big gain on the edge.
Threw it out there inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. 1:49 to go. Just threw in the slot receiver. Zell Banks was the slot receiver, and they ran him on a little out route. And Jordan just threw it up and let him go get it. And he did. Lions still got to make a big defensive stop here somewhere.
Minute 49 now. It's going to be a swing pass out again. Here's Gardner.
Shove in the back. Keep him in. Loss of 2 and inbounds.
Yeah, that's going to go to the 30-yard line, Coach. 2nd down and 12, and the clock still runs.
All right, see, once again, right now, do you burn one of your 3 timeouts?
And they
do not.
They're taking a bit of time. The quarterback goes over. Tim Jordan goes over to get the play from offensive coordinator.
The receivers don't even come in and get the play.
And it's going to be a swing pass again.
Deep pass.
Goes back, and this is underthrown.
That's pass interference. That's going to be offensive pass interference.
I think that might be the call.
Because it was way underthrown, and Gauze got hit before he could catch it.
Yeah, Gauze was definitely not the intended receiver, but Gauze definitely had a play in the ball. And the pass is going to be offensive pass interference.
That one was, the other one before was really close.
It was close enough, but
this one was definite for the offensive pass.
And I tell you what, that's about the smartest play that Kentrell Thomas could make, because if he doesn't interfere him right there, that's almost a guaranteed interception and the game's over.
Yeah.
Now they at least have a chance, even though they go back to the 45. It's third and loss and down. It's a loss and down, so now it's 3rd and a lifetime. And I think the clock might start, I don't know. Apparently not. So play clock is going to keep running. The game clock is at 1:04, and we'll move on this snap. Third down, 27 yards to go. And they get to Tim Jordan, and it's Jaden Elwood with a huge sack for Leo.
Big play for Jaden Elwood again from the defense, and yet New Haven does not call timeout. There he does.
And the clock is going to stop at 46.9 seconds remaining, and Leo is one play away from a pretty sizable upset. Allen County Voice Sports Network.com, or AllenCountyVoice.com, VoiceSportsNetwork.com. Be right back after a quick timeout.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you are looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. T.W. Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360.
Well, we're back here. I was just watching the huddle there. You might have seen it on the camera there. Coach Rohrbacher coaching up the defense. And I'll tell you what, I saw him several times going, swatting his arms down. If that ball's up there, don't catch it. Don't do anything. Yeah. Just swat that sucker down and take the ball at the midfield.
So fourth and a lifetime, what seems like for New Haven. Fourth down, 29 yards to go.
Part of the team standing here in Grable, so far deep. Airing it out deep.
And it's caught! And it's down to the 1 yard line. Holy cow.
He just threw up a prayer.
And it was answered.
And we were blocked on the camera. Sorry about that. All right.
That was number 1.
And that is a complete pass to Darius Jackson. Pretty much a Hail Mary, and he came down with it. So Leo's got a chance to hold right now.
Ball on the 3 yard line.
Is it the 3? Okay. 35 seconds and counting. There's a handoff to Gardner, and he is stopped short. 22 seconds and counting. Another timeout by New Haven. Doing a good job there, Coach.
Yeah, I'm kind of having to improvise here.
You might just want to take it off the
I don't know if I have enough
tripod.
Time.
All right, here's the reset. 4th and 29 from, I don't remember what yard line it was.
Mary.
Yeah, and a Hail Mary on the left side.
Goes down to the
3 yard line. Yeah, able to catch it at about the 14 or 15, well, maybe probably about the 10 or so, and got a few more, 7 more yards out of it. So Leo stopped him on first down, 22.5 seconds left. I'm not sure if New Haven has any more timeouts, to be perfectly honest, Coach.
I think they've got one. I think they've used 2.
But Leo defense needs a stop right here. Get some penetration from the defensive line. They're going I formation, and Antoine Washington is in the backfield as a running back, and he walks in for the touchdown. Big number 73. And now it is a tie ball game. And it is dead silence on the Leo sidelines. So, puts a little pressure on Elijah Rich, number 83, the place kicker. Converting the extra point makes it difficult for Leo with only 19 seconds left to make a comeback. Otherwise, we have an overtime potential.
Low snap.
And it is no good!
No good! Oh, my!
We still got life in Leo, folks.
Wow. Hey, and this is...
And a low snap, and that, yeah.
And we talked about points on the board.
Points on the board.
Now, it looked like it was doom and gloom.
Yeah.
But if Coach Sauter went for it on fourth and didn't
get it,
the ball game's over.
Ball game's over.
So, but
that was a little prognostic, a little foreshadowing.
But it's one of those things where if he kicks the field goal and then they make that extra point, then everybody's like, well, why didn't he go for it? Well, I think it kind of ties back, if I can toot my own horn, to what I said. You get what you can get out of drives. You take the sure bet. If you're on, if it's 4th and 1 on the goal line and you have a 260-pound running back like they just did, you go for it. You don't try to kick a field goal. And same thing with BVG at the other end with a 35-yard chip shot. That's an easy field goal, and now we have a tie game. Yeah, and it goes back to, if this goes to overtime and it does become a situation where, it comes down to a kick.
Right.
If Leo has the kick compared to New Haven having the kick, it gives the advantage definitely to Leo.
If Leo has anything to say about this, a good return and maybe 1 or 2 good plays could set up BVG for a game winner.
You never know. Return to midfield and one quick out pass. You could try a 60-yarder.
And that one's kind of shanked.
I'd let it go out of bounds. Yeah, let it out of bounds, and we get it at the 35. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, he took this. He made sure he covered up the ball. He wasn't going to let it go loose. So 17 seconds. First down and 10 at the 21-yard line. Looks like Coach Sauter is just going to elect to take a knee. Oh, well, it's I formation.
We're lining up an I formation.
I thought maybe it was a victory formation.
And he does. So,
well, the official was standing right there. He knew it was coming.
So, folks, we are going to have
overtime.
A little overtime here in Leo.
Always a good time to have some cheesy bread.
After some wow dramatics, a huge Hail Mary conversion on 4th and 29 down to the 6-yard line. Down to the 3-yard line. I take that back. A stop for Leo. On the first play, New Haven calls a timeout with 22.5 seconds left. They bring in the ever-popular friend, if you will, of Mr. Wortman. That's Antoine Washington, 6'4", 260. They line him up as a tailback, and he waltzes into the end zone for a tying touchdown, and then they miss the extra point. And here we are, 27-27, and the quick captains are going to go out for the coin toss.
We'll
see how this works.
Review, if I remember correctly, as long as there haven't been any rule changes.
Yeah.
Each team gets a possession from the 10-yard line.
And 10?
I believe it used to be the 10. I believe it's the 10.
That's a 25. Actually.
That's college.
No.
Unless they've changed the high school rule. It used to be from the 10-yard line.
Each team gets a possession from a certain yard line.
And then it's just all decided from there. It doesn't matter if the first team scores, the second team gets an opportunity, and then it can
both
go back
teams will have a chance to go until there's a definitive winner after each team has had equal possessions.
Yes, and there is no. I don't believe there's any rule in high school about. In college, I think the third overtime you were mandated you have to go for 2. At some point in time in college, in overtimes they have to go for 2. They can't kick anymore.
I think
so. You don't keep getting the 7-7-7-7s, but. I doubt. I don't think the IHSAA has that. So the only thing they get to do now is at the coin toss, they decide on which end of the field they are going to play at. And realistically, right now, there's no wind, so I don't think it really matters which end you play at. It matters on who gets to go first. I think if you win the toss, you want to go defense first because that dictates a lot about what you're doing. The Lions would love that. Get a defensive stop. And if it's at the 10-yard line, you could take 3 knees and kick it.
Right.
Or you could just go out in the first play, and if you got a bad snap, you down it and you try it again. You know, there's lots of options you can do there because you're having the kicker. So,
trying to find some rules here on the interwebs.
Okay, they're going to switch first, and let's see here. Lions deferred, so New Haven's going to our left. All right,
that is
they going first.
The west end.
West end of the stadium. And Lions are going to be on defense first.
Which is what, as the rule of thumb goes, that's what you want.
And there's no change, and the first down marker by Mr. Ben Chappelle is at the 10-yard line. So it's first and goal at the 10. There they are.
You're right.
Well,
10-yard line.
I didn't know the rule, but I just remembered what the rule used to be.
Well, yeah.
And it hasn't changed.
Right.
You know, so
we'll see what Leo can come up with.
This could end up being a 65-64 ball game.
27-27 is the score. Overtime, folks.
Jordan still at quarterback. Gardner in the backfield. Pitch to Gardner. Cuts it back inside. It's inside the 5, it looks like. It's hard to tell all the way across the field. I'm going to say he got to the 4. No, 5. Got to the 5-yard line. All right.
Second down, 5, overtime.
What really plays into factor here is you cannot turn the ball over. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Cannot throw an interception.
And it's a fake. Here's Jordan.
He's going to lose a yard.
It looks like he lost about a half yard there. So nice job there on defense by getting penetration. Third down and 5. Third and goal.
Third down.
So if Leo is able to get a stop here, are you going to kick the field goal if you're New Haven?
No.
No? You go for it, huh? Go for it and then maybe let the defense. Because, I mean, let's be honest. If you don't score near New Haven, it's going to be a BVG field goal first off. Jordan, keeper, and he is held up at the line and brought down by Gavin Heber and a pride of Leo Lions.
See, now here's the question I have.
Fourth down and 5.
New Haven has had so much success getting to the outside. Why all of a sudden in overtime do they let their quarterback run the ball in a situation where they're not going to give you the middle?
And here it is too. They've had every time lined up, and here it is, 4th and 5. Leo needs a stop. They're looking outside, looking back in. It's underneath. And it was caught, excuse the language there, it was caught for a touchdown on the in route.
5-yard touchdown pass.
To number 4.
And that is Kentrell Thomas, who has had a heck of a game.
And they're going to go for 2. They're not going to kick it.
Well, with the low snap and missed extra point on the last attempt, which took this game to overtime, I don't necessarily blame him. Leo needs a stop here.
And the thing was that was not the way he wanted to go. That was his second or third option.
Yeah, he was flushed out to the right.
And the receiver made a great comeback. The defensive back just missed knocking that ball down. He'll lob it to the corner.
He's looking at him the whole way, and it's caught by Gardner, and he's in for the 2-point conversion.
All right, now Lions offense has to answer.
And convert on the 2-pointer. So now it is Leo's turn. 10 yards. Here's Restivo.
Well, the nice thing about this is that you got to score a touchdown, so you got 4 plays.
Sure.
I mean, you don't have to worry
4
about
4 plays and 10 yards.
You don't have to make that decision. Do you kick the field goal or not?
And if you can give it to Bonner on the jet sweep, the other side, that was a big play on 3rd down. It's Wortman up the gut, and he is tripped up.
Gets 1 or 2.
Gained a couple. That'll be 2nd down, about the 8-yard line. Maybe 7. Could be 8 yards.
Simon Perez, the tackler. 2nd down.
And here we go. Restivo out of the shotgun this time. Wortman to his left. Here comes Bonner. Here's the jet sweep to the left. Bonner looking to the edge. Cuts it up.
Lots of movement.
Still going. He's brought out of bounds.
Looks like about the 5-yard line.
Bonner's driven out of bounds.
About the 4, maybe.
I go back to it.
Looks like he was hit out of bounds quite a bit. The Lions were wanting to flag, but Lions were wanting to flag there and no call. But 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line.
I'll come back to a play I mentioned 2 weeks ago. The jet sweep coming with a reverse off the backside of it. They're always in pursuit of Bonner.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think AJ Restivo could have almost walked into the end zone there if he wouldn't have given it up.
Oh, it's a fake. He's rolling out.
He's got a receiver. Is he in the end zone?
Is that a catch?
Touchdown!
Touchdown!
I am so sorry, folks.
A nice play. They had a play action to Wortman off the fake counter. And it was Berkeley Yoder. It was Berkeley Yoder out of the right side.
I think he's been playing the slot here in the second half.
So
the old 24 pass.
33-35. It was a play action on the counter that they've been running so effectively to Wortman, and I was kind of sold on it too. And then it was just a naked boot to the right, bootleg pass to the right, and Restivo had some time, did a good job of getting his shoulders square to the line, and made a nice, good throw to the outside. And now Leo, it's do or die right here.
Got to do it here.
Hopefully it's due for the Lions. We can see some more of this action. 33-35 is the score. Leo is going for 2 to tie the game and continue overtime. Restivo, it's I formation. Berkeley Yoder and Wortman behind him. Is that offsides?
False start.
False start.
All right, well, I have a feeling I'm going to lose. Pardon the camera for a moment, folks, as I readjust so that I can get over this crowd.
There we are.
Trying to. I have other media behind me trying to be able to see the game as well.
You're fine. Just catch it in there. Leo now back up about the 7-yard line. Needs the 2-point conversion. And that pass is deflected, and the game is over.
And what a ball game.
And what a ball game it was. So a great effort, a great job by both teams. And that will pretty much do it for us this evening. We're going to take a brief break and wrap this thing up as a barn burner here in Leo. And the New Haven Bulldogs come back from a 17-point first quarter deficit and make it a 35-33 victory over the Leo Lions. Steve Roberts alongside Coach Paul Newberg, and we'll be back after a brief moment from a couple of our sponsors.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe. Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park, directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House, and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
All right, folks, welcome back. Steve Roberts alongside Coach Paul Newberg. We're going to wrap it up here from the jungle as you see the victorious New Haven Bulldogs over there on the far side celebrating an overtime victory against the Leo Lions here from the jungle. New Haven's total offense tonight totaled 445 yards versus 255 yards for Leo, and just 16 yards passing for Leo versus 289. And a lot of that came on that one play. There was a 4th and 29 play, and he got 34, 5 yards out of it. I'm not sure, down to the 2. That was what set up the touchdown to Antoine Washington for the 1-yard score. And then a 2-point conversion, the extra point was missed. And that took us to overtime where Tim Jordan also completed another touchdown pass to Kentrell Thomas for 5 yards. And a 2-point conversion was good when he hit James Gardner in the end zone. So Restivo completed a beautiful touchdown pass on 3rd down to Berkeley Yoder. And then on the extra point, Leo jumped off sides, and what was a short extra point, 2-point conversion attempt was then a much longer one.
Right, yeah, and that just, it takes out some of the things you got in the playbook. If you're going from 3 yards, you still have the option of a Trenton Bonner sweep or, even Alex Wertman on the counter play to get 3 yards because he'd been getting 3 yards almost every time on that play.
Yeah, and now it's going to take us basically down to the player of the game. And I gotta tip the cap to number 11 for New Haven.
I think
Tim Jordan. He started out just punting the game. As Brian Sexton took over most of the first half snaps, but he came in off the bench, had a couple of good punts, but was 17 for 21 and 186 yards as well as 2 touchdowns.
In the second half alone. So a very nice effort by Mr. Jordan and, of course, the New Haven Bulldogs. So congratulations, Tim. They move now to 4-0, and the state ranking could be going up higher than 6th than what they currently are. Yeah, I'll tell you what, the Lions are showing they're doing a lot of good things. They're scoring on defense. They're controlling the kicking game. BVG was fabulous in the punting game tonight.
Yeah, that was very successful.
The defense, you got to hand it to New Haven because the defense was only giving up little chunk. The big plays were just big. New Haven made big plays. I mean, that was a Hail Mary pass down there. Basically, he turned and threw it up, and it was number
Darcy
1.
Jackson. Darius Jackson.
Darius Jackson just made a great play on the ball. And it's just like that's in a game like this where 2 teams are evenly matched, that's what it takes.
Absolutely. That's a very good summary of the ballgame, folks. And join us next week where
at East Noble. It doesn't get any easier for the Lions.
I am not going to make that game.
You're not going to make that game.
You and I believe KJ, he mentioned he could
I'll have to work on seeing if I can make that game.
Well, then we will hopefully have that game for you at East Noble 1 week from tonight, folks. and another big conference game. So, again, Steve Roberts alongside Paul Newberg. The final from the Jungle in Leo, Indiana. New Haven 35, Leo 33 in overtime. Thanks a lot again for joining us. We'll catch you next time.